Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dia. I thought I would go ahead and do a July flip through today because I haven't shared my planner with you guys like that in a while. And I know I have a lot of new followers, so I just figured I'd go ahead and show you guys how I'm using my planner. For those of you that have been following me, just show you anything I'm doing different and how this beautiful cover has aged and what pen I'm using, and let's just go ahead and get started on this flip through. In case you are new, this is my VDS Vanderspec Janet undyed leather in the B6 size, and this cover has patinaed so much. I will try to insert a picture of it when I first got it, how light it is. I really don't leave the house too much with it. It mainly sits on my desk. This is just how it's kind of aged sitting around. You can tell the front is a little bit darker than the back because I usually have it sitting like this or sitting open. But the color is changing so much, it's actually starting to look a lot like my Moterm apricot cover, which is brand new, so I'm sure this will patina a little bit more, but I mean, I can't believe how much this thing has patinaed. If you watched my previous videos on this cover, you will know that I suggest if you're getting this cover to go ahead and get it extended a little if you plan on keeping the full year sterling ink planner inside of it, because it is a little bit tight of a fit. I don't mind because I like my planner to be as small as possible and I don't like too much overhang, but I have to admit this is a little bit close, especially when I put my pen in the loop. Okay, let's open this up, and on one of my other videos, I actually had somebody ask about this little guy here. I keep forgetting he's even here. I've had him for so long. I got this from Little Ravens Ink, and I was a part of her Patreon, and it was one of her free downloads, so that's where I got that from. I don't really keep anything in these pockets here because I don't like this front to get bulky, because I feel like whenever I write on this left-hand side here, I can feel everything underneath it. So I normally don't keep anything in here, but I'm really trying to use up some of these stickers because they've just been sitting around for way too long and there's no reason to still have them. So I'm just putting them there so that I can remember to use them more often. I have a few more sterling ink stickers. I used to get her subscription, but realized I'm not much of a sticker person. So I found that they were just sitting there and I wasn't really using them. I have my Coffee Monster Co. stickers. Why can I never remember the name of this one? I'll put it on the screen. But I have her stickers, and then I have some that I just made for myself a long time ago that I use in some of my pages. Because this is such a tight fit, I use these little Midori tabs here. I have the brass ones. They're starting to tarnish a lot, but I really like how that looks, especially with my gold gilded pages. They do kind of slip off every once in a while, mainly on the weekly and the daily pages, but it's not that big of a deal. They're easy to slip right back on. I'm still using this front section to keep track of my savers, which is a part of the Miracle Morning, and I also keep track of my Instagram and my YouTube once a month down here. Over on the left hand side, I haven't done anything with it yet, but I saw somebody using this as a way to track how many hours or minutes they read per day, and I really like that idea. So I think I might go ahead and incorporate that onto this side of the page, but probably not until next quarter. Next is my monthly page, which is pretty boring right now. I really didn't have too much going on this month. This is where I do a lot of my pre-planning, which I have kind of started doing my pre-planning in another planner now, and I also do it online, but I like to put any big events that we have in this section here. I don't really do much decorating. I made these stickers back at the beginning of the year and put them on all the months. And then we have the weekly section, which in the past, let's see, I've done things like track my social media here. For the longest time, I kept what I was having for dinner because I just kind of felt like this was a lot of wasted space here. But then I stopped doing that and I started listing my meals over here on the left-hand side. The main reason I stopped putting them down here was because I was having the same thing to eat for most of the week because I was meal prepping it and I felt like I was writing the same food every day. I might go ahead and start listing my meals down here at the bottom again because we've been getting HelloFresh again. So it's usually something different every day. And I've actually partially been doing meal planning in my other planner as well, which I'll show you guys. But let me just go ahead and flip through these weekly pages. I'm trying to use up my stickers, so that's why those are there. The main struggle that I've had with this planner is trying to choose a pen. And I just recently got this one here. It's actually the Platinum Preppy, which is my favorite fountain pen. It's such an inexpensive but very well made pen. And I have waterproof ink in it. I'll leave the link to that video as well so you guys can check out the type of ink that I use. But I recently found the Platinum Preppy in this white color. I don't even know what I was searching for, but this popped up. So I went ahead and snagged a couple of these. I'll leave a link for them down below. I've never seen them in white before, and I'm there for it. It's still my Platinum Preppy, just in white. And I've decided on the 0.3 nib. I've always kind of been an extra fine girl, but I found that my ink was very inconsistent with an extra fine in here, and I just wasn't liking how it felt. So I've been doing 0.3. I wish there was an in-between, a 0.2 and a 0.3, but if I have to choose between the two, I've been going for a 0.3. Okay, let's jump into the daily pages now. This has changed from how I was using it at the beginning of the year. I used to, and it's so funny because when I flip back to this and see it like this, it makes me want to switch back to this format, but I've really been enjoying this format too. So I don't know, which one do you guys like better? Do you like this or do you like this? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below. I was using this gray Tombow marker, but then I went ahead and switched over to this brown color, and I feel like it matches the planner cover a lot better. I like cool colors, but I really like how this marker is looking with this planner cover. On my daily pages, I just have the date at the top. I have a to-do list of things that I need to get done. This is where I keep track of all my meals for the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and then whatever fitness routine I do. Over on the right-hand side, I do a little bit of journaling. I normally do my journaling in my traveler's notebook, but I just haven't been as into it lately, so I just journal in here daily, and when I have some extra time, I go ahead and journal in my traveler's notebook with pictures and other extra ephemera. I rarely put pictures or ephemera in this book. It's just all pen and paper and the occasional sticker. So I'll just flip through these really quick. When I first started journaling in this planner, I kept it all kind of very basic surface level stuff, nothing really deep. Anything more personal I did in my traveler's notebook. But when I started writing in here, I kind of didn't like jumping to the two places. I just wanted to be able to put it in here. So I started putting an asterisk so that I would remember to blur it out whenever I'm sharing pictures or videos with you guys. That way I can share my journal, but you know, not everything is meant to share, so I can keep some stuff private. I have the occasional sticker in here. On this day, I actually wrote the journaling on the wrong page. I feel like my writing is getting so sloppy and inconsistent. I don't know what it is. I have tendinitis in my hand, and I just feel like it's starting to affect my writing more and more, which is really frustrating, but I don't want it to stop me from actually hand writing. I mean, I guess if it ever gets too bad, I can start typing it, but I really love the look and feel of pen and paper, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. The only other section I wanted to show you guys was my trackers, which I honestly stopped using a few months ago. May was the last time I used my trackers. These are from Peanut Planner Co. I don't remember if they're her freebies or if I purchased these ones, but I printed them up on Tomo River paper and glued them in here. And I don't know if you can see how ripply that one is. I don't know if that's part of what it was. It just looked sloppy to me, so I stopped using it. I don't think I'll do this again next year, not with the trackers like this. If anything, I'll probably keep them in a different planner, but these are still back here. I just stopped using them. And then on the back page, I just have ink samples. I have my little, what do you call these things? My blotting paper. And then back here, I just keep a little piece of Tomo River paper because sometimes when my pen acts up, I just need to scribble a little to get it going again. And yeah, that's it. And this fits perfectly in here. And then I wanted to show you guys really quickly my other weekly planner. I recently went back to rings, not completely back to rings, but I use this along with my bound planner now. It's more of a disposable kind of planner. A lot of these things I'll keep and use for the week and then I'll throw them away. Actually, I decided to go ahead and probably keep everything in here for about a month. And I'm not sure if I'm going to throw them away or not. If you guys watched my video about why I'm using this ring planner, one of the things that I mentioned was that for some reason, whenever I used ring planners, I threw out all the inserts. But whenever I've used a bound planner, I still have all my bound planners on a shelf. So it's really neat to be able to go through them and look at them. But unfortunately, back when I was raising my kids and using a 3-ring planner, all those are just gone. I threw them away. And I wish I still had them because I would love to see how I managed my days back then, owning a business and raising 6 kids. In my head, the pages in this are disposable, but I'm not sure. I might keep them just for memory keeping too. This is a personal size veg tan Moterm in the regular personal size, not the Lou. These are the 25 millimeter rings. That's why I wanted the regular and not the Lou, because I don't care for the 30 millimeter rings. It is a little bit tight of a fit because I have Franklin Covey inserts in here instead of personal. Personal is just a little bit too narrow for me. But what I wanted to show you really quick was how I'm planning the week in this planner as well. So these are my July weeks. I got these from Peanuts Planner Co. They're part of her freebie on her Facebook group. And I've just been trying to kind of get a feel for how to use them. And the first week I was unsure. I think this is how I'm going to go ahead and use them now. This is how I've been using them for the last 2 weeks. I just put the week in here. I have any appointments or large projects that I need to work on up here in the days. I have a daily tracker of my social media postings, which I want to get better at. Down here, I have workout 1 and workout 2 because I try to get 2 workouts in for the day. And then over here, I have anything I want to get done for my planner stuff and then anything I need to get done for our photography business. And this is this week's here. But this is how I used it for July. I'll probably go ahead and keep these in here through August, and then I don't know, I'll probably end up tossing them. Do you guys keep your old planner pages from your ring binders, or do you toss them? The other thing I mentioned really quick is the meal planning section. I was going to start looking for a different meal planner because at first we were doing HelloFresh, so I could write in what meal we were having every day of the week. But then we took a break from HelloFresh and I started meal prepping again. And then it's basically the same meal for 3 days. And I hate writing in the same meal for 3 days. And I don't really use these the way they're meant to be used. It says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, but there's no way I can fit what I'm eating on those tiny little lines. So for this week, I didn't really use this to its full potential, but I'm going to start getting HelloFresh again and having a different dinner every day of the week. So I'll just go ahead and write our dinners in here. And then of course our shopping list of anything I can think of throughout the week. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So this is how I'm planning my meals. I also use an app called Pepper Plate that I use when I actually go to the grocery store and have my final list. I guess the main point was to show you how I'm doing pre-planning in this notebook here. This one is more about memory keeping and keeping track of what I've done throughout the day and journaling and a few of my to-dos. But this one is more, I sit down at the beginning of the week and plan out what I have to do and where my husband's gonna be. I think that's it. So that's my July planner flip through. This is my Moterm rings and this is my sterling ink. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found something useful in it. If you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, make sure you hit that notification bell and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.